Tonight, News Channel 5 investigates, uncovers disturbing new information about the man arrested Saturday at Nashville's No Kings protest. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Krause. It turns out that man there to protest the protest has a long fascination with Nazis and mass murders. And now we've learned that he was already on the FBI's radar. Our chief investigative reporter, Phil Williams, has spent hours digging through this man's online profile. And Phil, this doesn't sound like an ordinary counter-protester.
Yeah, far from it. I was on the ground Saturday, and protesters kept telling me about this man dressed all in black with a "Don't Tread on Me" flag and a gun on his hip. If they had known what I've since discovered, they might have been even more concerned. Saturday's No Kings protest in downtown Nashville was a peaceful event, drawing thousands and thousands of people upset with the direction of the country. The only hiccup, the arrest of a 19-year-old Murfreesboro man for disorderly conduct after a confrontation with protesters. The arrest warrant says Elijah Miller brandished a weapon during that confrontation. According to a witness, no one was directly pointed at, but he was spitting at people. People started yelling at him, and he pulled it out and stated he had a gun. For much of that time, Miller was live streaming, declaring on X that he was going to be, quote, counter-protesting these commies.
Commie scum! No commie scum in America, mother.
Soon, he was in a sharp exchange with a No Kings protester who challenged him to show his face.
You are such a coward. Such a coward. Your mask off, you little man.
No, I'm not.
Little dictator.
No, I'm not. It's hot.
Oh, you're so scary.
So who is Elijah Miller? In 2023, a post from Murfreesboro police showed he had been reported missing by his family. At the time, he was described as autistic but highly functioning. A photo shared by a friend shows the moment he was taken into custody in Ohio, charged with possessing a weapon while under disability.
Big fucking Ohio, man. Oh, yeah. Big Ohio, yeah.
Yet there he was among the No Kings protesters with a semi-automatic pistol strapped to his hip. On his cap, he wore a dark Enlightenment patch linked to a theory that calls for ending democracy. His social media shows a fascination with Nazi imagery as well as mass murderers. For example, a horrific mass murder in Norway that left 77 people dead, including children at a youth camp. Miller expressed admiration for the neo-Nazi who carried out the killings, calling the victims 77 race traitors.
A white supremacist engaged in an act of terrorism.
He also expressed admiration for the killer behind a mass shooting at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. Another person said he, quote, was just trying to help the blacks get their numbers up and help them get a food desert, which made the killer a hero. Miller responded, indeed. And he was especially fond of the person who murdered 51 Muslims at Christchurch, New Zealand, seeming to imitate the shooter's style when he posted his, quote, scribbles on a new shotgun. Among them, this inscription, "This machine kills commies." Someone responded, "Drop your Twitch," meaning a live stream video. "We will be watching." Miller answered, "Need to get a helmet and GoPro first."
Communist scum, mother.
Among his other posts, Miller declared last July, "No more running from me, Reapers calling my name." In December, he posted, "Things are about to happen." The photo included a handgun and the book, "Democracy, the God That Failed." And images posted by Miller himself showed that Murfreesboro police visited his home in April after someone in Turkey alerted them about Miller's online activity. One photo shows officers inspecting a weapon in his bedroom, but he would later post an image of a gun with a right-wing manifesto saying the attention of him being busted had made him popular.
Man, I'm not going to be violent unlike your people. He's mentally ill. I'm not going to be violent unlike your people, man.
While Miller told other protesters he had no plans to be violent, his online history suggests he's given people plenty of reason to be concerned. Now, over the weekend, I reached out to Mr. Millar through his X account, and he declined to comment. But tonight, Metro Police tell me that they have had 2 interactions with him. On April 2nd, he reported 2 firearms had been stolen. It turns out his mother had simply hidden them. The next day, officers were back at the house after getting a report from the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force about his online activities. That time, his mother let them take a shotgun and a handgun along with ammunition. Those are still in police custody.
But no arrests from that incident.
That's right. Murfreesboro police say they don't have any actual threats, but the investigation is continuing.
But some of those posts are chilling.
Absolutely.
All right, Phil, I know you'll stay on top of this. Thank you.